Well, g'day, friends. Welcome back to News Game Plus on tour. I'm Jack, and I'm here with allegedly New Game Plus executive producer Jason
I
Ackles.
mean, I don't know how he'll feel about that, but that's all right. Like, sure, why not?
Yes, I'm the older balder Jack.
Oh, shut up. He's like that one even less.
There's a man who's made for TV. I was made for podcasts.
Right, yeah, a face for radio, as they love to say.
Yep. So anyway, welcome back to Australia.
Yeah, no, I've been in South Africa for it's been a while now, hasn't it? I don't know, it's been 3 weeks or something. Yeah,
Yeah,
thereabouts. Yeah, 3 weeks. So, yeah,
gallivanting around the world.
yeah, it's been good. I did Cape Town, a lot of the Western Cape.
South Africa. Yep.
Yeah, South Africa's, I mean, unsurprising to no one, it's reasonably culturally similar. It reminded me of Australia in like the 90s and 2000s. So you can take away from that what you will. And I think there's a conversation there about the cultural shift that obviously happened in the early 90s and what the effect that that's had in 30 years of
Yeah.
South African politics. The main lesson we learnt is that, you don't have to be white to be corrupt. You can be whatever you want and still be corrupt. We've learnt that from Zuma and Ramaphosa. But
so corruption is equal.
it is an
opportunity.
equal opportunity
Political
correct.
corruption.
Absolutely, and that is a controversial statement in the modern world. But everyone, there's plenty of scumbags in every race. So, but no, the big thing I would say is just driving around. I did like 2,000 kilometers of driving, and it just reminded me so much of Australia. Like you drive, oh, this reminds me of being in the back end of Victoria. Oh, this reminds me of driving through New South Wales, and then you go past. Oh no, there's baboons. I'm in Africa. Like it's just like a random troop of baboons walk alongside the road. I'm like, oh, I'm in Africa. There's baboons. So it was and then like, oh, you drive. Oh, yeah, there's an ostrich. Oh yeah, there's a giraffe. It was just, yeah, it was crazy. But no, I really enjoyed Africa. I had good company over there as well, which was nice. And yeah, it was.
Giraffes are the luckiest animal on the planet. Because they don't know fart smell.
Dude, okay.
Did
Yeah, and thanks for that. Yeah.
Sorry,
But no, no, it was like I legitimately, and I say this earnestly, you got to keep your head in a swivel a little bit. But I really enjoyed it. I'd recommend it to anyone who likes Australia and Australiana. Lots of very similar things and lots of very unique things at the same time. But yeah, it was pretty good. No complaints, no notes. So yeah.
Okay. Is your reference to 90s Australia, the pre-complete US cultural takeover?
hegemony? Absolutely.
Yeah.
You knew exactly where I was going
Yeah.
with it, right? Like it has Afrikaans singers, and it has, Xhosa and all the different language singers and different cultural landmarks and stuff that are unique to each of those individual cultures. It's not just American, you know, conglomerized. You could argue that America's co-opted black culture. You know what I mean? I think lots of black people would make that case. And so that's why you've got all the white kids talking, singing rap lyrics. But like,
Although
and
there is an argument that a lot of the, especially music, black culture has been designed
well, yeah.
to restrict them.
Well, I mean, the flip side of that is you could argue that American black slave culture is the most uniquely American culture that's not Native American.
Did you know there's more slaves, according to the United Nations, there's
Libya.
more slaves in the world now than there was back in those
But
days?
I mean, you also got to think of it like the population's grown, right? Like we're
yes,
at
that's
8
true, yeah.
billion people. So if you look at it on a per capita basis, but I would say Libya's, I mean, we went and freed Libya. Like not that we talk politics on this show.
Well,
but
there'll be slave trading in Venezuela.
very soon. Coming to a South
probably-
American country near you.
Probably
Like,
Iran. Imagine winning 2 peace prizes and starting wars.
Yeah.
Well, Obama won a peace prize.
No,
and
that
great
was
story.
ludicrous then as well. To
But
be
that
fair.
was just, he won a prize for not being Bush. Hey, we're not allowed to talk politics because
Yeah.
apparently I did notice on your thing you did with Jack on the video, which is good. Go check that out on the
Yeah,
YouTube
that's our
channel.
Game of the Year reflections for the TV
even,
show. Yeah.
even Jack couldn't stop you.
I mean, that's always the joke. We don't talk politics on New Game Plus, right? Like, yeah, especially News Game Plus. We definitely don't talk politics.
Even Jack. Hey, well, do you want to do some? Well, actually, quickly this year, because I didn't get to put in my Game of the Year. Do I get to put in my Game of the Year?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll do it.
'Cause I only played one.
We'll do like a full separate like small ep for it. I think maybe
Right.
that's what we'll do.
I'm gonna
We'll do this one as a standard, and then we'll do the next one as.
But you know what I played? I played most of this year was the Oblivion remaster, and I loved it. But except I stopped playing it because the same bug in the original
Oh, yes, I
version,
remember you saying it when it came out. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, you couldn't. You would get locked out of going to the Smuggler's Cave, the pirates area,
Yeah, right.
and you could never go back unless you went in through the castle, which is a pain in the ass. Much easier to just go, fast
Yeah.
travel and then just go underwater. Yeah, there was a bug that locked you out. The game would crash every time. They didn't fix it in the re-release, and everybody online
Surprise,
still
surprise.
complaining about it,
Yeah.
and they never patched it.
Well,
And
they don't care. They
I was having so much fun until that, and then it just like killed it dead. Like, I mean, it's so. But you mentioned to me a little while ago that you're noticing bugs in games now are there, but further in, so it
Yeah.
shows a lack of testing.
Because a lot of these games are checklist games that go for 60 hours, 70 hours. Basically, the start of the game, the first 30 hours of the game where they've tested over and over and over is all fine. But then it's later on in the game where cutscenes won't render properly or certain things will bug or whatever the case may be. Because getting a file back to that point, because you can't necessarily save state a bug, you know what I mean? Like once you've
Yeah, but
once you've put a new build out, the save state is invalid, so you have to get to that point
I,
again.
I get that for the testing, and I reckon if getting testers for a game dev would be the easiest role to fill, right? Because it
Mm.
doesn't need a lot of.
But it does take the fun out of it. Like you want to
It
quickly
does.
kill your love of video games.
You
Like,
advertise, so I reckon they're easy to find, but the fact that they still have bugs in there, like, because they can't just say we're going to test the first couple
Yeah.
of hours of the game and ship it, because the gamers who play are
mm,
absolutely going to play 100 hours or more of those sorts of
I
games.
mean, even I hated what was that shit one Starfield, and I still put 130 hours into that.
Yeah, so like it's pretty slack by game devs. Anyway,
Well, you know what the answer to that is if you outsource your QA to places like India, nothing bad can ever happen.
or
And on that note,
or AI. But let's nothing bad. Let's talk about when something bad never happens. I'm going to jump to a game. That's a good segue.
I thought it was
You
good.
set it up
I thought
nice.
you'd like it.
Let's talk about the Ubisoft hack.
Hack, quote unquote.
Hack. Well, yes, I'll get to that after, because I have a theory, and I think you agree with me a little bit, or you think it might be possible.
Yeah.
So what happened? Okay, the source code for every game plus Uplay from the 1990s to today has been grabbed by hackers. 900,
Crazy. I only knew of the Rainbow Six one. That's the one that hit me in the news.
900 gigabytes of data has apparently been taken from Ubisoft and Crytek. They used a hack for MongoDB called MongoBleed. I haven't researched into that before this, but that's how they did it, through MongoDB, which seems like a weird attack vector. But anyway,
Whatever works, right?
yep. Now the hackers have asked for a ransom, or from Ubisoft, or they will leak all the upcoming games and remakes that haven't been released yet.
Nice.
They're going to leak the source. There's 4 individual hacker groups involved, although that's been a little bit query because they're arguing with each other.
Yeah.
They're all saying, no, it's us, not the other one. Hacker group 2 did this, and 4.
Yeah, I was saying
It wasn't-
People's Front of Judea, like fucking Judean People's Front. Yeah.
Yeah. One of the things with hacks is, as somebody who's done a little bit of like that sort of thing when I was young, like mucking around at uni and that, the main reason you hack is for cred.
Yes.
To show off, because hackers are people who are very smart with a lot of time on their hands, and you do it for like a social credit thing, effectively. So I understand why they're arguing, because they don't want the others to take credit if they did it. Anyway, Rainbow Six Siege servers were taken offline to fix it. Players have randomly found that suddenly they might have had R6 credits. I assume they're like V-Bucks for Rainbow Six. Yep. Now, interestingly, if you randomly got those credits from the hackers and you spent them, Ubisoft have said they will not ban your account, which is cool, because if you go to the bank,
that is the correct way to handle it. It was their fuck up. So yeah.
but if you go to the bank and you notice there's $500,000 in your account and you withdraw it all, they will wreck you.
Absolutely. See you in court, son. Yeah.
Yeah, you owe stuff. So that's good guy, Ubisoft. Okay, so so $13 million. I assume that'd be US dollars.
Yeah.
Of
equivalent currency.
Yeah, of virtual currency and stuff was given out to random gamers. The accounts have been randomly banned and unbanned, although that's probably Ubisoft panicking.
Yeah.
So there was an interesting one where they were when accounts originally being banned and unbanned, they spelt out a story, their names.
Mm.
So if you read down the screen as they're doing it, there was a little story. So the hackers were doing a bit of that as well, I guess. Um, and all illegitimate items and credits, Ubisoft has said will be rolled back. Although if
Right.
you spent the money, you get to keep it, which is an interesting one because I suppose at that point it might be a little bit.
It was tough to delineate, right? Like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's basically you have to go a wider amnesty, otherwise you just don't know what's going to happen.
Even though legally you accepted stolen goods.
So
Yeah.
the rumor that I've read on Reddit, I'm going to let you finish, and then I'm going to potentially
No,
complete
go with
it.
the go with the rumor.
Is that the lot of the offshore dev teams out of India, South Africa, a few other places like that were getting paid to give access to certain people to the back end. So they were giving them database access and giving them customer service access, which means they had access to all of your billing details and stuff like that as well. Because realistically, 500 US dollars doesn't sound like heaps when you're working in the Western world, but 500 US dollars when you're in India or South Africa is a lot of money. So, so there was a lot of the rumor is that there was a lot of that happening on the back end. That's the leak.
That opens up a lot of attack vectors, and
Yeah.
and my theory
The,
was
the weakest point of any security is the human element.
yeah, that's Kevin Mitnick. Going back to those days, he was one of my heroes when I was young. So look, my first, and I wrote the note here. My first thought was, this is an inside job.
Yes.
Because I'm actually confused how through a database you can get
Mm.
this much stuff. I know how you can, I get it, but to me it just smelled like an inside job.
Well,
They've had
that
access for a long time.
Yeah, exactly that. You would have to have layers on layers on layers, and you would just have to be sitting there idling under the surface, waiting for your moment, and they've decided now is the moment.
Well, maximum damage, Christmas.
Yes,
Because
there's less people on staff, and hard for them to react.
calling all the programmers back from holiday at that
Yeah.
point in time, assuming they have any. Well, we'll get to another place that doesn't have holiday.
Yeah.
I wrote down earlier about that. But so inside job now because my advice to these game publishers would be, if you are going to run bare bones and pay people shit and treat them shit, this stuff is going to happen because it is like, if you are in some countries, a couple of dollars is a lot of dollars.
Mm.
And if people don't feel companies demand loyalty, but they don't want to give any.
Yes.
This sort of stuff. Look, it smelled to me when I read about it as an inside job.
Yeah.
And I can see in the current industry now in the large publishers how that is entirely possible, that this sort of thing is someone's going to do it.
Yeah. The things that I would add on to that is, when people talk about like, oh yeah, they need to pay politicians minimum wage and blah blah blah. So the problem, if you pay a politician minimum wage, is only rich people can do it. So there's more chance of corruption because you've got to make money from it.
That's what internships are for, because they're to filter out the poor people.
Correct. And the same with coppers. The reason you need to pay coppers well is because the more you pay them, the less corrupt they tend to be.
Yeah,
because
judges as well. You pay judges $1 million a year, so that if they're offered a $20,000 bribe,
they're just going to laugh at them. I mean, you see, Paul, it's so amazing to me. You see some of these stories come out. Have you had, what was his name? Farage's right-hand man in Wales, Nathan, I can't remember his name, and he got done taking bribes, and the bribes were like £50,000 all up. Like, to sell out your country, £50,000. I'm like, geez, if you tell me I'm selling this country out, put a lot of zeros.
I'll
put enough zeros that I can go to Mallorca and survive the assassination attempts, right? Like,
No, if I'm in that position, I'll look a jet. Like a decked out 747.
Yeah.
That's probably would get me interested. That sort of level. I mean, or maybe a prize of some sort. Like if I was craving a prize and somebody else
if
didn't
you're
give me
craving a prize,
and then somebody else offered me, oh yeah, look, that I could do that, and then like in exchange, all I have to do is like stop some corruption investigations. I'm hypothetically, that'd be my price.
And then if my son-in-law had access to certain people who could then bid on media conglomerates in order to bring them under heel and help push those messages better as well, that would be really handy.
Yeah, because I want my family to be like, I want to be like a royal family,
like dynastic. Absolutely.
Right. Look, to me that's how I would do it. I'm just spitballing here, just throwing.
No, there's no real world examples of what you're saying. It's pure fantasy.
When I am leader of any country, Utopia. Then, yeah, look, start with a plane. Open with a plane. That's what I'm.
The first thing I do if I was leader of a country is if you sit in the right-hand lane doing 5 kilometers under the speed limit, it should be a capital offence. And I know the difference between
So you
capital.
want real world Murray?
I know the difference between capital and corporal. I know what the difference is, and I think it should be a capital offence.
Yeah, one of them they used to do in schools. What was that one?
Corporal.
Oh, that was molestation. I went to a Christian. I went to a
Christ.
Christian brother school.
Jesus Christ. On that note,
the punishments were very different.
Yeah.
Two of my teachers have been
Yeah, I
on
know you
TV.
told me. Yeah,
So
yeah.
anyway, yeah, what was I talking about? So
What were we talking about, right?
The Ubisoft thing. So yeah, look, I think if the video game industry wants to protect itself from this sort of thing, and this is massive, if they don't pay the ransom, and they may pay the ransom, they don't all the upcoming games come out.
I mean, the problem with paying a ransom in that situation is that in a world of digital, there's just no way. Like,
you won't know who it was. Yeah, it's
correct.
not like the old days. You're going to give them like numerically numbered bills with like watermarks and stuff.
Or they'll give you the photos that they've taken, like the physical photos and the physical negatives.
Now it's
and stuff
crypto.
Like that.
You just buy just buy world leader crypto.
Yeah. get some Doge.
I own Doge.
I know you do.
Yeah, I made good money out of it. Actually, Doge not so much. I only bought that for the meme, but I made good money out of Bitcoin. I'm really spewing now. I did sell my Bitcoin, made good money. I'm really spewing I didn't actually swap that money into RAM.
Really, I mean that's yeah. Everyone's like, oh, Pokemon cards are the one. No, RAM is the answer now.
RAM, yeah. You'll see Jake Paul shilling RAM any day. No, yeah, like Logan Paul.
Yeah,
like Paul RAM.
I don't think Jake Paul's gonna be talking for a while.
No, I'm not. Actually, you know what? I think he made that up.
With the broken jaw.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
You know why? I'll tell you why. Because have you seen a photo of him with his jaw wide up where he's shaved?
Yeah, I mean,
do they leave your beard on?
No, well, that's a good question because if they're cutting your jaw open, there's no.
They don't leave your beard on, do they?
No.
No, if they're doing any operation, first thing they do is shave you.
Yeah, because there's no way it's going to be keyhole for his jaw. Unlikely. I mean, look, maybe.
I think he's.
I don't know a surgery where I've had where they've just not shaved me or like gotten rid of it.
So. Yeah, so he's got a big bushy beard. Surgeons don't like big lots of hairline around. No. It's really awkward.
It's bad disease vector too.
So I'm calling shenanigans on that. Also. It's a bit weird. Someone beats you when maybe they weren't supposed to, and then they almost die in a car accident a little while later in another country.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's a little bit too typical.
Send me a plane.
But you could tell he was pissed off that he goes, oh, that's your time to turn on the afterburners, and because it would just look like it was a walk in the park. The first 4 rounds looked like he was sparring against an amateur, which he was. And then does the 5th, 6th round, he said, "Screw this!" Like
the smile on his face when
he knew.
Two punches in victory. He knew he had Paul done. He knew it.
Paul was done after the 3rd round because he was used to fighting Tyson.
And he actually looked scared. Jake Paul looked scared before he got that last punch.
And then your mate Andrew Tate lost as well to a man in pink gloves.
Oh, what a weekend!
It was great. It was great.
Excuse me, I almost choked because I was so excited. England lost the cricket.
And England lost the cricket the same weekend.
Andrew Tate got beaten up. And it was funny because the guy beat him up wore like pink boxing gloves and pink shorts just to stir him. Very nice feminine energy to beat Andrew Tate up. And Jake Paul. I was happy to see Jake Paul get smacked out. That guy that fought him though is like 6'6". He's almost 2 meters tall.
Yeah, he's huge. He's
a specimen of a man. Yeah. Oh my God.
And then you had Tyson Fury who makes him look short, and that's saying something, right? So yeah.
Oh, that's a big boy. So yeah, no. Anyway, what was I talking about? I can't remember. Yeah, no.
Shilling RAM.
Yeah, I should have sunk all my Bitcoin money into RAM. Oh man, I'd be buying. I'd be a boomer right now.
Sam Altman. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Scam Altman. I agree with Elon on that one. He's Scam Altman. Anyway, so the video game industry probably has some soul searching to do, I think, and they won't.
No,
but they should because this stuff now is it's going to be too easy, and the money is so untraceable. So even if they pay the ransom,
you just never. I wonder if the timing of release is because of the upcoming deal with Tencent, and you know that Tencent are going to be far more strict on this shit than they currently would have been. Like there ain't no way Tencent deals with this. Like Tencent would send people to their houses, kind of thing.
Well, I mean, they're a French company, aren't they? Ubisoft.
Yeah, but for everyone always does a surrender monkey thing. But for any European country, France has the best win-loss ratio.
They actually do. It's mostly Napoleon.
Yeah.
Because he wrecked like
Everyone. Yeah.
the white world.
That
at
was
that
used to
point
call
in
him
time.
short. He was only like 5'8", 5'9", which,
That's because England and France measured their heights different.
yes.
But also it's like it's actually, it annoys me. You see it now. You'll see these stories like Jeffrey Epstein had a funny shaped penis, and then you see, or Donald Trump has a, and these little stories they do. They say Hitler had one testicle, right? They're really lame, but they're like propaganda things, like saying, oh, Asians are short. So they do these things in wartime normally
Yeah.
to try and discredit the person, but they're actually really childish. And
Yeah.
I kind of, the Napoleon short thing as well. It's sort of childish and dumb. People fall for it, but I kind of I cringe every time.
Yeah, I
hear it.
agree. No, I'm
It's
with
like,
you. I see where you're going with it.
there's been a few Epstein ones come out, and you go, yeah, it's sort of like, if it makes you feel better to think that, it might be true.
Mm.
I don't know.
But
I've never seen it.
what's it got to do with the price of rice in China, right? Like,
Yeah, does it make you feel better? Because really, it's just to sort of like, no, like, I just feel it softens people a little bit, so they go, oh, yeah, I'm superior to them
Well,
in one way.
It's playing the man, not the ball. Yeah, exactly. And it's that thing of, oh, no wonder he was a weirdo because he had weird balls. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah. That's a good way of summarizing it. And so to me, it's like, well, that's no consolation.
Yeah.
Considering what was done. Like, oh yeah, Hitler was weird because he only had one testicle. Yeah, okay, well, we can't gloss over the murdering 6 million people.
It depends who you ask, right?
You get no testicles.
Like the fucking losers who start that shit. I hate that shit.
Yeah, see, that's annoying because right now,
like, does it, like, my thing with that is, does it matter? Let's assume that it is whatever magnitude off. Does it matter? They still systematically murdered a specific group of people. Anyway, it's the numbers. I won't say they're irrelevant, obviously, because every single one of them is a human life. But it's like, the fucking intent was there. Like, why do we care?
I think it's a distraction from. It's one of those. It's a dishonest argument to make.
Yeah, I mean, the anti-Semites know they can play with their words. That was Sartre.
Problem is these days that if you say about some issues in the world, you get lumped in with those idiots.
Yeah, killer. I know.
So suddenly you got Nick Fuentes is everywhere.
Oh my, what a world, right? Like, yeah.
And on the social media ban I was saying earlier, suddenly all the cookers are like tweeting stuff I agree with. I'm like, I can't retweet them.
What a world, right?
Batshit insane.
Just because Chris Mintz is a dickhead doesn't mean I have to agree with somebody who likes Pauline Hanson, right? Like, yeah.
So politics. Anyway, so so Ubisoft hack, it's a biggie. But it'll probably disappear from the news in a few days because that's what happens. They're probably going to pay the ransom.
They'll find a way to sneak it to them, I'm sure. But
it'll be crypto. But look, video game publishers, you really have to look at how it's a bit like when the rich people had that big meeting some guy went to, and one of the big concerns they had was, how do I get my security detail to still protect me when the world collapses?
The Praetorian Guard, literally.
Yeah, and one of the advisors said, well, treat them really well, and the rich people are like, huh?
Yeah.
So if you want to protect yourself from this stuff, one of the big moves you can make if you're a video game publisher,
make the in group valuable.
Yeah. It's just don't treat your people like shit, and then we start. Okay, now let's do another one. Okay, kind of Call of Duty code. This is a sad one.
Have you seen the clip though? It's not that sad.
Well, straight out of a tunnel into,
and he was going at speed too.
Okay, it's only sad because you know the person. Actually, that's how it works. If you hear somebody a name you recognize, you go, oh, that's really sad. But if it's somebody you don't recognize,
it's one of those things, right? Like, I mean, I don't know if you,
I haven't said who.
Have you seen the video?
I'll quickly say.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yes. Say Call of Duty co-creator Vince Zampella, who remember Activision a few years ago tried to completely screw him and who's the other guy again? West.
Jason West, is it? Jason Ward? Yeah.
No, I can't remember exactly, but he it's a Call of Duty co-creator Vince Zampella, who Call of Duty fans owe a lot to, because well,
he was COD 4. He was COD 4 and Titanfall. So
and Titanfall. That's a game that needs to come back. But anyway, he was driving his Ferrari, came out of a tunnel, dark to light. And
he was going a little bit too fast, and when I say a little bit, yeah, exactly,
a lot bit in his Ferrari,
flying, and he hit a pole. His passenger got ejected 50 meters down the road, or something like that.
They did.
And having watched the clip, they knew it. Like you see him drag the corpse away because the car sets on fire, and he's pretty dead. So
that's big news.
Yeah, so it's look, if you look at it from an artistic perspective, he a lot of what he's done for video games is good, and obviously COD 4 still stands as one of the best games that's ever been created. But it's a shame that he went out doing something. And I say that as someone who, I drive my little MX-5 and I give it a bit sometimes, but there's no way I would have been doing something silly like that coming out that speed. So
Yeah, he was only 55. So there you go. It's,
55, younger than you.
yeah. Yeah, I know. I'm going to turn 57 soon.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Renew.
Yeah. Hang on. What's my palm?
Yeah. I was thinking, like, it's literally just rotted out at this point. There's just a hole in your hand.
You know, I might watch that for my birthday. It's pretty lame now. The bit where they ascend or whatever is kind of lame with special effects now. You know, it could be redone. I reckon actually, because obviously anyone young, we're talking about Logan's Run, as sci-fi movie.
Have you seen the Running Man thing? Is it worth looking at?
I haven't seen the new one. No, no, I haven't seen them. What movie have I seen recently? My daughter made me watch heap of Demon Slayer, so I watched the Demon Slayer movie.
That's good.
Fuck, that was good.
Demon Slayer movie's good.
Oh,
Demon Slayer itself is good. I love it.
Oh yeah, no, I really, you know what? The best stuff I've seen in the last 10 years, like if I made a list of it, most of it would be Asian.
Yeah.
It'd be either anime or stuff like Train to Busan or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, that's like 15 years old, but yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, time flies.
I mean, Snowpiercer is Bong Joon-ho, Parasite is Bong Joon-ho, Mickey 17 is Bong Joon-ho, all of those movies, they're all great. So.
Yeah, actually, he was a critical drinker, hated Mickey 17, but I thought Mickey 17 was good. It pulled a few punches. And
I agree on, and you could tell that was caught in editing, but they made the point of Mark Ruffalo being Trump. I think that was lame.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, I get why people would say it, but I agree with that. I think
this is lame. You can't be going, I saw a bad guy on TV, therefore that bad guy equals the person I hate.
Yeah.
That is so childish and dumb.
He's showcasing that avarice and that greed that you could attribute to Trump. But to say that he was Trump,
every person like
absolutely. I mean, you could have said that he was an evangelical. Like you could have said he was Jerry Falwell or something like that.
Child, that's a while ago. I saw some Christopher Hitchens Falwell stuff on YouTube.
I miss Hitchens. He got the Iraq War wrong, but everything else he was right on.
Yeah, there's a really good debate between him and Jon Stewart about the Iraq War, and I would actually everybody go watch Google Christopher Hitchens, Jon Stewart, and watch two absolute masters of communication, articulation, analytical thought. Just having a discussion and watch some of it. Just see how TV's changed.
Yeah. Well,
watch what happened to it after Murdoch.
I'm that referee who likes Sam Harris, so I know that's a controversial.
I've never listened to Sam Harris.
Yeah, he's a bit. Look, I don't agree with him on a certain country that starts with I, and I'm not talking about Ireland, but
Ireland.
Yeah, I knew you'd go there. I like
is Ireland real?
Yeah, a bunch of fairies living off the coast of fucking England.
Yeah.
He's one of those, and I think of that community, he's the only one that I can stomach in any meaningful measure. But,
never listened to him, but I've also never really listened to Jordan Peterson.
Yuck! I mean, you don't have to waste your time there.
I don't listen to it, but Christopher Hitchens I will listen to all day.
Absolutely.
And I don't have to agree with everything, and this is
he was wrong on the Iraq War in a big way, but
but this is what's been lost, right? Is you don't have to agree with him, but you have to like the respectful way.
The process is there, yeah. Have you seen Stephen Fry when he did that debate with Hitchens
about religion?
Yeah.
No, Stephen Fry is good as well.
Yeah.
Hitchens is a master, but
it
was. Sorry, Google Hitchens and Jon Stewart. It is just a masterclass.
I say that as the most fedora tipping atheist you'll ever meet. So
no, it's a masterclass in disagreeing.
Yes,
it really is. Anyway, what was I talking about?
It's Vince Zampella dying. Somehow we ended up on fucking Christopher Hitchens.
How do we go there?
No idea. But no, look, it is a shame. Obviously, he I don't know what he'd worked on recently, but COD 4 is a classic. Go play it. The story mode is still worth it's only worth 4 hours of your time. It's only 4 hours. I'm pretty sure he did Titanfall. At least he did one, but I think he did two as well. Titanfall 2 was a good game.
A franchise that should never have died.
I agree. There was a lot more to plumb there, and they just never did. And now
because they wanted everybody onto what's that shithouse Fortnite game? Probably good.
Apex Legends.
It's probably good, but I hate those games.
Yeah, Apex Legends is the game that
they said
died to make.
But yeah, they said Apex Legends was Titanfall. What do you call it?
It had the movement of a thing, except it didn't have the giant robots.
which is the point.
The whole point. Yes.
I mean, if somebody sold me a Battlestar Galactica series and
No
there's
silence.
there's
Yeah.
no spaceship,
Yeah. No silence. Yeah. Yeah.
so I go, what the fuck's going on
Yeah.
here?
Yeah, no, we're
So yeah. Anyway, so 55 years old. He's I've lived longer than one of the Call of Duty creators.
Jesus Christ. On that note, yeah.
Yeah, it's, morbid. I didn't know what to say there. So anyway, next one. Okay, Clare Obscure, Expedition 33, had 2 Indie Game Awards removed. Now, some of the reporting was a little bit disingenuous about
Yeah,
that
it always is.
because they tried to report it as if it lost 2 of its Game Awards,
Yeah.
right? And when I first saw it, oh, that's pretty big. Why would they do that? Why would Dorito Pope take an award off, right?
Yeah.
But no, this
Some random sites, wasn't it? Like,
this is from the Indie Game Awards. I don't know where they sit in it. But that what they did do, and I think this is the interesting point here I'm going to make is
why did they have them stripped?
use of AI.
Yeah.
Now, I think what's happened here. Now, in the Indie Game Awards, it lost. The ones taken off it were best indie game, or indie game of the year, and best debut game, which have gone to Blueprints and sorry, we're closed. I'm trying to read that. I think what happened here in the indie space is, remember we were talking in the last podcast about how indies have a totally different attitude to AI to the big publishers, and there's a visceral hatred.
Oh yeah, and I can understand. Like,
getting worse.
I'm less passionate about AI, but I promise you, even in the glitch community and stuff like that, like for music, for whatever, if it's even hinted that you've used AI as like a final source, like I think, you know, some people use it for ideation and things like that. But if it even hints that you've used it to create something and then copied that something, good luck.
It's going to be an interesting battleground because the people who are making AI art, they're not artists. They have no skill. Now, I've dabbled with playing around with this stuff to see what it's like, right? And yeah, it can be pretty good. But it's I think there's going to be a giant. I think the artists will lose, unfortunately, because the number of consumers is higher.
Yeah.
And I actually find making like Ghibli art like
it's
things.
lame.
I think that's offensive, and they use the call it.
Have you seen the South Park episode when they're like they're the Ghibli people show up and they put him in jail, and it's like, yeah, it's South Park did it. I hate to be that guy, but yeah.
Look, it's I think it's going to be a big battleground, and I support the artists in this and the creators.
Yeah.
And I think it's very important. We all should. And I think it is, but I think they're going to lose, and it's really sad. And it's one of the many battles that through my life I think we should have not lost.
Yeah.
But just the fact that any dickhead can make Ghibli stuff. Now, if the problem's caused by if everybody was paying a fair price for the AI tools, it wouldn't be an issue.
Yeah.
But
if it was like APRA where they got a royalty based on, it referenced your model, so you get a cent or something like that.
Yeah, but they won't be able to track where the models
of course
reference
you
from.
can't.
It's all Ghibli's obvious, right? And Disney just signed a deal so that they can use Mickey Mouse and that, right? Which is weird because Disney normally lobbies the government to extend copyright law. So copyright law is originally 25 years.
Yes,
Disney
25 years after death, wasn't it?
Yeah, lobby
75
and 75. And every time the copyright comes up, they lobby to extend it by 25 years because they don't want to lose the money. And suddenly they've done this big deal with OpenAI that you can just make Mickey Mouse stuff. But I think there's a war right now between creators and rich people.
Yes,
and it's not necessarily a class war as such, but see, rich people and people with no talent, and a lot of these people have a lot of money.
It's the war of the financiers and the artisans, basically.
Yeah, the finances and the people with the money and they're running businesses, they didn't get there by being good at anything creative, right? And they hate. And I know this was a programmer. I know from corporate programming days. The managers and the people with the money, they hated programmers so much. And they just and they've been desperately wanting to get rid of programmers for like 40 years.
Yeah.
Because they hate them. They can't understand them.
Yeah.
Their brains don't work the same as them. And also they can be a bit uppity.
Yeah.
They don't want to start work at 8 a.m. and stuff, right?
Yeah. And that'll work through Christmas, all that kind of stuff.
So there's always been this big war, and I think creators are now in the same space as programmers have been for decades, where finally the the management class can get them as well.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be a big war. And the creators fight back. Don't go down. Don't just crave.
Go down swinging. Yeah.
Let me tell you, the programming community were full of libertarians, and we folded.
Yeah.
We didn't. We thought we were too good to be replaced.
Yeah.
We didn't think
Got
they could.
wrecked.
We even took, not me personally, but generally as a group, we took
solidarity for the mediocre, right?
Yeah, we took contracts to train our replacements and thought we had it worked out. We thought we're hot shit. Creators, don't fall for that. Don't be like the programmers. Don't be like my field. Don't be like my industry and Cave. Make it a hard fight. Hurt them.
Yeah.
Like really.
Make them earn it. Yeah.
I wish programmers did as well. And I really, if we had like a union set up. We had the Australian Computer Society. They went to court to stop other unions because that's
classic. That's the SDA trick. Yep.
Yeah, they argued that they were performing the functions of a union, and they won. So that another union couldn't start, and that killed it. But also, programmers were naturally libertarian. We're autistic. We're a little bit alone. Creators don't fall for the same thing. Make it hard. And this is going to be a fight you're going to have for a while. Taking awards off games. I think I don't necessarily think it deserved to lose awards, but it probably didn't deserve to be nominated.
I agree. That's more the issue.
That was the problem. So, and I think,
if that was a strict criterion, then why was it there in the first place?
Yeah, and people have known since like April or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Anyway, don't do like us programmers did. Don't fold. Just really get together with each other, form groups,
figure out a way to
some sort of union organization, and fight this thing, because unfortunately you're going to lose, but make it hurt, and it's a key for anything that's a fight. Make it hurt. That's all. That's my advice to them. But anyway, but I did think it was interesting they lost the awards. They shouldn't have been nominated if that was the thing.
Yeah, it was an issue. I agree.
But indie devs are there is indie devs are passionate about it. Use that passion.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No. You covered it good.
Okay. Naughty. Here's something that
your mate. Here we go. If I hear the word naughty, I know we're gonna be discussing a certain man, a drunk man,
who's very naughty. No. I think there's nothing to say bad about him. I mean, he only retconned a 14-year-old girl as a lesbian in his game.
You want to call that a retcon? I don't think that counts as a retcon. I don't think it counts as a retcon. 14-year-olds can be lesbians too. That's fine. No.
I'm just saying, grown men shouldn't be entertaining that stuff. I find that weird. Search his hard drive. Make the old gay. Be brave. That's my problem with drunk men.
You've got more gay men, I'm telling you, man. You got to reflect on that.
What's this?
That's all right. Don't worry about it.
No, I think I'm not a big fan of Mr. Drunkman. Now, Naughty Dog, the Naughty Dog devs apparently right now are under, quote, mandatory crunch.
Yeah, the classic. The classic.
Now I'm gonna
because what's their new game? Interstellar, Intergalactic, whatever.
It's a Starfield with a bald chick.
Yeah. It looked lame. If that was their teaser, I'm like, okay.
Not be lame. See, remember Naughty Dog for through the early PlayStation 1, 2, 3 years, they had banger after banger.
I still rate. I know you hate Last of Us, but I rate both those games. I still think they're great.
I thought Last of Us, I think was a good game, but it wasn't 11 out of 10. They like 8 out of 10 game.
Yeah, 8, 9, I think is fair. If you don't like it as much as I do, I'll cop that. But when people say it's a shit game, it's not a shit game.
No, it's not a shit game. No, I don't think it's a shit game. If I say that, I'm just trolling, right?
Yeah.
Or just trying to get a reaction.
Yeah,
it's not. But everybody acts like it's a game. But one thing I noticed online, when everybody makes their list of the top 10 games of all time, Last of Us rarely appears.
But I think, look, I think.
Well, it can't be the greatest game ever, and not appear in any greatest games.
It'd be on mine. If you would put me on the spot, it would have been.
Where would it be?
Probably about 3 or 4. Red Dead Redemption's up there, probably 1 or 2.
Power washing simulator.
Power Wash Simulator 1 and 2 is probably 1 and 2. Yeah,
diving or something like that.
Helldivers. Honestly, Helldivers has got to be up there. I can't put 800 hours into something for 10 thing. Dota 2's got to be in there, even though I haven't played Dota 2 in ages.
The more games you add, the lower the Last of Us is going to go. Oh, I'm serious. You see it everywhere.
Yeah.
If you go through the list of games, it's going to get bumped down. But people act like Last of Us was the greatest game ever created, and even with the promotion for the show, when
you said to me, okay, you know when people do those stupid tiered ranking systems, and they're like, oh, it's this game versus this game, and the winner goes on. If you had,
they're
flawed. I hate those. I hate those.
Yeah, they're flawed.
If you had Last of Us versus Red Dead Redemption, it's Red Dead Redemption 2 any day of the week. Red Dead Redemption 2 is legitimately, I think, one of the greatest things we've ever.
I didn't finish that game, but it was a masterpiece.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah, and I think Last of Us is still up there. It's still in the conversation, but yeah, I think Red Dead Redemption 2
But the more games you name, the lower Last of Us gets.
But also at the same time, those are the same people who think God of War is a better game than the new God of War is a better game than Last of Us, and I just can't even entertain that notion. That is insane. The God of War, the remake, was perhaps the most overrated game of the last 10 years.
Do I like father-son dynamics or father-daughter dynamics?
Do I like
Last of Us 2?
I would say that the difference is that Ellie's growth is earned and Atreus's growth is nonsense. It literally within 2 cutscenes, he's gone from I'm a demigod to I'm just a little boy.
Last of Us 2 is just lesbian glamping.
I'm not even entertaining this conversation and how bad a take that is. You're still upset that you let me kill dogs, and I killed fuckloads of dogs.
You're a monster.
Fuck them dogs up. Yeah, I got no time for it.
You're a monster.
But I mean, it's realistic. I mean, if I'm in post-apocalyptic, it's like, oh well, it's me or the dog. I'm like, I'm going to live another day. Thank you. Have a nice life.
You pat the goodest boy.
As it's ripping your arm off. It's like, yeah, that pit bull's nannying you. Oh, I just pat it on the head, it'll be fine.
It just knows you're a terrible person.
That's true. That's true. I did say that was.
If there was killer
that was one of the worst
things. Kill them, would you?
That was one of the worst. No, my boys haven't seen me yet. I should whistle to them tomorrow. But that was one of the worst things I've ever seen. There was this fucking Facebook post about this pit bull that like mauled a 2-year-old to death. And one of the people, which is what they do. And one of the people comes on and goes, I must have detected something wrong with them. The dogs have a sixth sense about this. And I'm like, that person should be committed. That person should be actually put into a psych home, because if they believe that, they're psychologically unwell. And if they don't believe that, they need to be taken away.
So they're saying it was a good thing that pit bull let itself into the childcare center and killed future Hitler.
Yeah. we're going Wolfenstein on it. It killed Mecha Hitler. Yeah. Anyway, I just remember reading that and I'm just like, pit nutters. There's just nothing like them. There's nothing like them.
No, I saw a t-shirt you can buy at Queen Vic Market years ago. It said, owning a pit bull is never having to say you're sorry. And I thought that's...
That's actually great. Oh man.
But that's like that to me has always struck me as the mentality of the people that have the dog,
dude,
right?
in a heart.
And it's like the guys that drive the giant Ram.
It's the well-meaning apologists and it's the pit mummies, and they are just like I understand the well-meaning apologists because you don't want to see the bad in something that's meant to be hit. But if pointers point and border collies herd and scent hounds, what do you think a pit bull was bred to do? What do you think a pit bull was bred to do? You know what I mean? Like, if we're pretending that genetics don't matter, and then the worst thing is they'll always conflate it with racism. They really.
Oh, I hate that.
I'm like, shut up, loser.
No, like, that's pseudoscience. That is.
Yeah, and it's just racist in and of itself.
If dogs have different characteristics, then why not humans? It's a little bit different.
Yeah. So Bluetooth. Yeah.
And we know what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly. Just don't be a coward and just say it, right? Like, at least just out yourself, you prick. Anyway, sorry, that's off topic, but yes, I do hate pit bulls.
Okay, what was I saying? Oh yeah, okay. Mandatory Crunch. My favorite video game.
Well, we really, even for us, we're going off on some fucking tangents. Jesus.
You only just got back.
That's true. That's true. I've got to temper my rage back. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't crap on like this at home. They'll think I'm weird.
That's true.
I mean, I got to maintain my marriage. Can't be spouting this nonsense.
I mean, even your wife's off the ABC now, so yeah.
No, she is. She's getting a little bit red-pilled. She's sending me some interesting videos about Charlie Kirk and stuff like that. Yeah. I'm like, I'm kind of proud of her. She's
finally
the awakening. So
to be fair, the Erica Kirk is of course in the traditional widow's garb of a sequined jumpsuit. She has never looked fucking happier. She is loving life, and when she marries JD Vance and becomes the head of the new dynasty. Bouge moi. Anyway,
she totally did.
Druck's got the mandatorily crunching, and like the only
one.
Yeah. So is this for intergalactic? One has to assume, unless there's like another game that they're working on.
No, it is. It's for bald space lady.
But does that come out then?
Fuck if I know. But the thing with Mandarin. Okay, I'm going to tell you as a programmer, right? And I've done crunch as a programmer back when I worked corporate and for small companies and a .com, right?
Yeah.
So I've done some wild hours. That's probably why I look the way I do.
Yeah.
I've done some wild hours, right? And to the point where my wife at one point I was coming home after midnight and she's like, "Is there like something you need to tell me?"
Yeah, right.
So you spend a lot of time at the office. Anyway, so look, I've done that. Now crunch is like buying your partner flowers, right?
Mm.
So when you do it, it's something nice.
Yeah.
You mean it, you do something, right? You'll do the crunch in a project if it needs to be done. If something and you'll put in as a programmer, you kind of pride yourself on it to be able to put yourself through that and to come out with good code.
And that is where the artisan comes out in programming. In that it's like, I want to complete this project. I'm building a tower. I'm building
I'm doing something great.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
doing something incredible.
I'm contributing towards something. Yeah,
and I've been there.
And companies exploit that in a big way.
I've been there and I've done it, and it is great and it's rewarding, and programmers will do it, right? Because programmers love themselves.
Yes. Very true.
I'm one, right? But here's it's like buying flowers out. If you buy flowers for your partner and the next day you don't buy flowers for her and she goes, "Where the fuck are my flowers?"
It's
right?
an expectation.
You got a problem.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's what happens with companies. And video game companies are like that. They're going, "Where the fuck are my flowers?" to all the programmers. And that I have a big problem with, because if they've got mandatory crunch, that is just shit management.
Yes.
And you're going to get a bad product. And that is unacceptable. This is where programmers, the video game industry again, I'm going to use the U word, need to get together and say no, because that is, if you can't do a timeline that actually can develop something normally, then you're a shit manager.
Yeah.
Now things may happen, right? But mandatory crunch is a phrase that I took so much offense to, and I got so angry about seeing. That to me is that is coming home the next day and your partner goes, "Where's my flowers?"
Yeah.
You go, "Okay, I did something good last time, and I did something, went out of my way. Now you're expecting,
and
you got a problem."
It's not like after it's done, you're getting 2 weeks off. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh, we had to run to deadline.
No, they'll get sacked, right?
Correct.
The moment it's finished, they'll get sacked, right? So it's even worse. You don't bring flowers home the next day, or you bring them home 5 days in a row because you finally do it, and then you get
on the 6th on the weekend. Right? Yeah.
So and this is and to me that's ridiculous. And again, it's another reason for me to hate that guy. But the mandatory crunch is unacceptable, and it should not be a phrase that exists.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that's fair enough.
Absolutely.
No disagreement here.
Something cheery.
Okay.
I don't know if it's cheery. That's a go from there. Good Old Games. Now, Good Old Games is owned by, or was owned by, CD Projekt Red.
It was.
Not a lot of people know that.
No. It's interesting because if you think of it, like Valve owns Steam and Good Old Games is owned by CD Projekt Red, and they probably both get their start as like maverick PC developers, and then they expanded out from there.
Yep. Well, Good Old Games has been bought by, I didn't even write down the name because I can't, by some Polish guy.
Some good luck. Hope you enjoyed Y's and K's. Yeah.
Yeah, Polish Scrabble would be wild, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Imagine
high scores.
It's just W's, Y's, and K's, the occasional P,
okay,
and a couple of C's.
I'll be casually racist to Polish people because I'm married. I'm married to one. So, I can actually say, although first name's Wild, the real version. But anyway, so the Polish guy who started Good Old Games and CD Projekt, one of the starters, and apparently he's like the richest man in Poland.
Oh, mate, yeah. I couldn't know his name, but I know who you mean.
So making The Witcher, there's a lot of zloty.
Have you heard the rumors that there's a Witcher third paid DLC coming out that will bridge 3 and 4?
You
don't like it?
I never got into Witcher.
Probably
because I'm male. Witcher's one of those games, like it was a very female. The player base,
nothing wrong with that, but like
no, Assassin's Creed, Witcher, that Horizon.
I mean, Kirsty loved Assassin's Creed, especially Assassin's Creed 2. Who would have thought that swarthy Italian men would do it for women? Yeah.
But no, I played Witcher a bit, never really got into it, so I'm not too worried. I really loved the TV show, the first season.
First season was fine,
then it got a bit dumb.
Oh my! It didn't get a bit. I mean,
and then it got really dumb.
We were discussing this. Dermie just picked me up from the airport before we did this. We were discussing kind of TV shows being on video games. We were discussing his mate Druckmann's TV show and how that went off the rails.
Lesbian glam.
And I never thought it was particularly good in the first place. The best, honestly, the best.
I actually liked it.
The best two. I mean, that's anyway. The best two video game TV shows out there at the moment, unironically, Fallout, which is very good. Fallout Season 1 was very good. Fallout Season 2 so far has been good. And then Twisted Metal. Believe it or not, Twisted Metal is phenomenal. It is absurd and it is stupid, but it was always a TV show about like a car, like cars that have machine guns, and there's a guy who's just strapped between two tires, and then there's like a renegade clown that has a machete that shoots firebombs at people. So it wasn't exactly like it was coming from particularly serious business. But Anthony Mackie's good in it. What's her name? Stephanie Beatriz is good in it. Like Rosa from Brooklyn Nine-Nine's in it. It's Will Arnett as the voice of Sweet Tooth, and it's Samoa Joe as
Will Arnett is funny as hell.
He grew on me. I will say that. He wasn't on my Kamal Nanjiani never going to be funny list, but with the start of Arrested Development, he annoyed me a bit. But he was BoJack, and BoJack he earned his stripes with BoJack
in 30 Rock when he came in as the rival to what's his name, the shooter, Alec Baldwin. Yeah, so when he came as a rival Baldwin, that's hilarious.
Yeah. Well, so
he's Batman.
Tina Fey is obviously 30 Rock, and then Amy Poehler's the other one who does a lot of stuff with Tina Fey. Now, I've always loved Amy Poehler. She was in Upright Citizens Brigade, bunch of stuff, and Parks and Rec was good. She's married to Will Arnett, and I'm like, well, he married the funnier one. Like, he married a better comedian.
Well, their kids are going to be funny.
Oh, man, one imagines, right? One has to hope, right?
Yeah.
But I still find her hilarious even nowadays. Like, listen to her podcast and stuff like that. Her and Aubrey Plaza on that recent podcast were great. So
yeah, I think Aubrey Plaza.
Oh, I love Aubrey Plaza.
The only thing to make her better for you is if she was a conservative politician.
No, we're not allowed to kink shame on the radio. We don't bring up Amelia Hamer in these quarters, please. I already hate myself enough. We don't need to be going into that. Like, it's just imagine the conversation. She would look so far down her nose at you, and anyway, I just couldn't. I find her so cute, and I just could not imagine having a single conversation. I would rather pull my own teeth out. Because what are we going to talk about? Oh, I went to Oxford based on my grandfather's money and his influence in Melbourne. I'm like, please say more. Just smile at me. That'd be nice.
You should give yourself a fearful hiding.
Oh, and then we haven't even brought up Bobit, right? Anyway, we don't talk about it. We don't talk about my taste in women. I think that's just best.
That is an entirely different podcast. That's on our Patreon.
Oh, Jesus. But I didn't wear pants for this one.
You got off the plane. I drove you home, and you walked in the door. You dropped your pants.
First thing I did.
I'm like, look, I didn't need anything for that.
Yeah.
To do it for free.
I love Aubrey Plaza. She's great. And then my modern waifu, i.e., she's 10 years younger than me, is Margaret Qualley. I fucking love Margaret Qualley, and she's great in everything she's into.
That is.
Did you watch the new Happy Gilmore movie?
Yeah.
There was Eric Andre. Was it Eric Andre? And the white girl, and then the other guy. She was the white
playing
girl.
Golf.
Yes, playing golf.
Okay, cool. I didn't pay enough attention there.
I liked Happy Gilmore 2, and I know that is a controversial opinion, even for you.
You liked what?
I liked Happy Gilmore 2. I didn't hate it. It wasn't the best thing I've ever seen, but I didn't mind it. But that's another one. Becky Lynch is in that. She's the Irish one. She's like one of the Arab golf pros. No, because it wasn't Arab, so it was meant to be Arab. It's meant to be Liv.
So when you return it to the video store, the bit with the three golfers, it gets a bit fuzzy.
Return it to the video store. It's 2025.
I can't do the fuzzy VHS.
That's true. But no, Becky Lynch. She's
for the old people.
Yeah, so Becky Lynch was the Irish chick at that. She was one of the golfers who was playing against Happy Gilmore's teams, the Irish one. She's a wrestler, and there's just something about her. I find her one of the most attractive women in the world.
Is she a conservative politician?
No, she's not. And she's just so Irish looking. She's just got a fucking Mick head, and it just does it for me. I'm like, that's how I know. I'm just like,
she's a Mick head.
Yeah, she's got a Mick head. And it's like everyone says that about. How do you spot the difference between like an Australian and an American when you're in like Japan? Like, number one,
like freckles and stuff.
Nah, I'll show you a photo. She just looks like a Mick, and you see her and you're like, oh yeah, she's fucking Irish. It makes sense. But like, anyway, that literally these last 3 minutes has just been this is taking a turn. Why are we talking about my proclivities?
Put some pants on.
I just
Talking about
didn't
this stuff.
expect you to bring up my wife
Oh.
Amelia Hamer, and it hurts me to even admit that
Yeah.
because I'm such a Labour stan.
I'm
Jesus
upset.
Christ.
So anyway, so
On that note,
so Good Old Games has been acquired by the original, or one of the original creators of it. One of the richest men in Poland, thanks to basically the Witcher stuff.
Yeah.
CD Projekt Red. I can't. I can't.
Good luck.
I
Good
can't do
luck.
the name.
It'll be
I have trouble with names
it'll
always.
be Maciek or Mariusz something, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Like, let's be real.
anyway, so
Yeah.
So anyway, so that's I'm out of news other than you talking about which conservative
You brought it
politicians
up.
you love.
You brought it up.
Yeah.
Anyway,
You're such a communist,
no, it kills me.
and every
No,
time
everyone's got a little bit of self-loathing.
time
That's fine.
a
That's
law
mine.
becomes a conservative woman,
Yeah.
you're like, oh,
Yeah, I love American Handjob Grandma, and I love Amelia Hamer. Like,
damn. Okie dokie. So, okie dokie, that's from Fallout, by the way. So,
Yeah.
so
yeah. So I'm gonna.
Fallout's good.
Yeah, it's good. Anyone who hasn't watched it, watch it.
Stranger Things is shit.
I watched the Have you watched those the what is it, Knives Out movies? The ones with Daniel Craig. I watched the latest one. That was all right.
I watched the one where they went to his house, and Liz loves him. I can't stand him.
Yeah. So I was gonna say that I bet your wife likes it.
Oh yeah, no, she loves it.
It's that Agatha Christie Thursday Murder Club, but for Americans. Like, yeah, and it's I didn't mind it. I watched it the other day when I was in.
I was gonna send an email to Aussie Broadband, ask if I have my bandwidth back.
Jesus, it's not that bad.
Oh, the latest ones got religious undertones.
Well, I mean, it was, but I think it handled it pretty well.
Obviously made for the American market. It was interesting.
I think it did a good job of, like, here is a man of genuinely who engaged in the faith earnestly, and you're dealing against the bureaucracy and the showmanship, and I mean, Glenn Close is good in anything that she's in as well, so she was wonderful in this. So I don't know, I thought it handled those topics about as well as an American ever handles those topics. Like, it wasn't evangelizing to you.
That's a really high bar.
No, but you know what I mean. Like
I don't know if you've noticed, but their judgment doesn't seem to be very good.
I mean, they're always a theocracy, right? Let's just call it what it is. But no, I mean, like, there's no Daniel Craig's character doesn't convert. There's no like come to Jesus moment. It's all still grounded in human interactions at its core. I don't know. I thought it was good. I think it's worth watching for anyone who's interested in it. I don't think there's anything else I've watched lately that's not just my usual Seth MacFarlane shows.
You've been watching plane movies and stuff. So,
oh yes, on the plane. What did I watch? The Fantastic Four movie was all right.
Oh really?
Yeah, it was worth watching.
I've seen so many. I don't know how old I am, but I feel like I've seen 50.
There's been 4 in my lifetime, and that's saying something.
Yeah.
That's not including sequels. That's all just reboots.
Yeah. Can we stop?
Pedro was good in that. The problem
Pedro's okay. I don't hate.
Yeah.
Pedro.
The problem with the lady in it is she looks like that standard blonde lady archetype out of American. She looks like
Vanessa Kirby.
Yes, she looks like James Gunn's wife, except James Gunn's wife throws more punches. In Peacemaker, the blonde girl in Peacemaker, Hargrave in Peacemaker. You should watch Peacemaker if you haven't watched that as well. That's phenomenal.
Oh, the series? Yeah, I don't know. Look, I, as you know, I'm not a big fan of superhero stuff, and
it's not really a superhero thing, but yeah.
Okay, I enjoyed all the Marvel stuff up until Endgame, and then I thought Endgame piked.
Honestly, any James Gunn stuff is worth watching. He's a great director. Yeah. Even his Superman movie was good.
I like the doggo.
Oh my God.
They should just make a Superman doggo movie.
They are. It's like a whole thing.
And why doesn't Supergirl have cats?
Oh,
that'd be good.
Oh, what are you fucking? Anyway,
I'd watch that.
Anyway. What else did I watch? I
Supercat.
watched 2 other movies on the plane, and Weapons. I liked Weapons. That was really good.
That's the horror movie.
Yes, it's a horror movie. It's interesting. I don't think you will like it, but the ending is so absurd and funny.
It sounds interesting.
I would watch it. I would recommend it, but I don't think you'd like it. And then I watched the third one. As always, like the plane delivered. I watched 3 great movies on the plane. I was like, this is great. I've enjoyed my time on the plane watching movies.
What was the third one?
Can't remember. I'll bring
that's always a glowing recommendation when you watch it. I can't remember.
No, but I enjoyed it. Whatever I watched, I enjoyed. It was like I can't remember. Yeah.
Do you want to know the worst movie I've seen in ages? Actually, I'll tell you the second worst. Now You See Me 3.
I've never seen the first 2. Yeah,
the first 2 were okay. The first one was great. Second one okay. Third one, they were just there for the money, right? But even worse, I would have rather watched that again 3 times instead of Avatar Fire and Earth. Fuck me, that was bad.
You asking for that? You
So,
are asking for that. I refuse to feel bad for you. I
oh,
watched that stupid Anaconda movie, and that was fine. For
I'd
the
probably
first,
rather watch that.
yeah, that was fine for the first half, and then it was just like non sequitur joking and non
I saw
sequitur joking.
Avatar. I saw Avatar in IMAX.
I mean, it's the only way to watch it, surely. Like, yeah.
Yeah. It was just a bunch of shit that happened,
Mm,
and I almost nodded off twice,
yeah.
and I don't think I missed anything.
I saw a really good review. I forget the guy's name, and
So,
he was talking about like how Avatar has both action movie stereotypes that are appealing to conservatives and liberals. And he said the thing with it is, he goes, you all talk about the Na'vi and exterminating them. It's like, you may be Warhammer 40k in the streets, but you're all Mass Effect in the sheets. Like, you want to see more hot blue girls, and it's pretty true.
yeah, that guy has mental disorder.
No, but he was making the fun of them for it. That wasn't him agreeing with it. He was him saying, like, you just want to see all the blue, the hot Na'vi girls.
And the
like,
military strategy of just clumping all your stuff together and flying under floating.
Prometheus, take your helmet off, boys. It'll be fine. I'm like, you're on an alien planet, yeah?
For these things come from the most militarized country in history, and they can't even portray them properly.
Yeah.
Now the whole movie Avatar was just such
I
garbage.
mean, I've seen half of the first one, and I'm like,
God.
I am out. Like, and this is what James Cameron's going to do for the rest of his life.
James, please. I know you listen to the podcast.
Like, imagine that.
So,
James Cameron, the bravest pioneer.
the old days you used to get excited if a famous person followed you on
Yeah.
Twitter. Yeah, I remember when Junglist did. Oh, I was so happy. Anyway, so let me tell you.
I don't know. You said famous, right?
No, it's good to someone on TV follow me. So,
yeah, I told you someone took the photo of me and Bajo at an event the other day, and it was like, oh well, what a difference 15 years makes. Like, that was pretty funny.
Never heard of him. So anyway, so
Oh,
it was Kapowski you'd impressed me.
Uh,
So anyway, so it was James, because you listen to the podcast, I'm going to give you some advice. What the hell are you doing with the Battle Angel Alita franchise, which was a legit good movie, really good.
oh yeah,
why are
he
you
did
making
this one, didn't he?
Yeah, why are you making avatars and sitting on is Battle Angel Alita or
Battle Angel Alita?
What are you sitting on that? Just stop making
Yeah,
avatars.
the
and get back
Evangelion.
onto that
He had the
series.
Evangelion rights at one point. You would hate Evangelion as well. I would always say watch it, but you'll hate it. So yeah.
Okay, the guy that made that, one last thing, because we got to an hour.
Yeah.
I didn't write it down because I had to run off and get you from the airport, and I was running out of time. Now, the maker of that said that he said anime makers in Japan don't want to adapt their work to Western audiences. They would prefer the Western audiences adapt to them. 100%
absolutely
on board
fine.
With that.
Nothing, no notes on that. Like,
Yep.
yeah, it is. It's absolutely fine for people to have their like country, they have their individual identity. And we mentioned it earlier in the South African thing is, there is Afrikaans music. There's all these language music. It's unique to them. Fuck, I miss that about Australia.
Yeah,
like everything we do is just regurgitate American fucking dog shit.
Because America doesn't allow any other culture.
Yes, the monoculture.
And this is an area where Japan has like really good entertainment stuff. And some can be a bit weird.
Yeah.
But,
well, keep in mind that anime was a reaction to Western animation, and it was their version of that. But it was their version of that.
It's way better.
I mean,
look at where Pixar is now.
Pixar dog shit.
Every Pixar movie used to be an event. It used to be an event when like Up or something came out. It was an event. And now there's been 2 Pixar movies this year. Nobody knows.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
Nobody gives a shit.
Yeah,
anime is way better. But yeah, no.
I think when you see things like Demon Train, like the Demon Slayer movie becoming like the most.
Oh man, the Demon Slayer far. The episode leading into the movie was probably better than the movie.
Yeah.
Oh man,
yeah.
And the way.
And did you watch the movie? Like, did you?
Yeah.
Like flame.
And the way their plans came together. The way the bad guy, I can't remember his name. The bad guy and the dying good guy. The way their plans came together. They were like trying to like chess. It was actually really well written. It's something you don't see. And people.
I nearly called him Flame Alchemist, but it's Flame. Well, I forget what it's saying. Like Hachira.
Hashira. Yeah. You mean the guy who the flame hair?
Yeah. But, that is one of the saddest deaths in anime. And then when he goes to see the dad afterwards and stuff like that. Oh my fucking god!
And I love what his mum says to him though.
Yeah. How good is it? No. We don't want to spoil. But how good is Demon Slayer? I say to everyone, like, unironically, Demon Slayer is great. Like,
watch Demon Slayer. The best stuff comes.
Yeah, if you like Demon Slayer, watch Fullmetal Alchemist. Either one's fine. Doesn't matter. They're both good.
Yeah.
Anyway, on that note, that's anime recommendations as well. Let's reconvene in a day or two and do Game of the Year when everyone gets a chance to put their ones in.
Yeah, yeah.
Now I'm back in town. Back in town for a month, so we might as well maximize.
Do I have to play it to qualify? Because I'll quickly run off and grab Sonic Frontiers on special.
Yeah, that came out in 2024, but that's okay. That's how up to date on gaming you are.
It's all a blur. You know, when you get older.
Oh my fuck! Here he goes. Here we go. Old man stories.
You can have a nap and wake up and there's another day of sex, and
you can have a nap and just never.
Wait. That's called a coma.
Yeah, you can have a nap and then just literally never wake up as well. That's the other problem.
I know. I was watching previews to stuff at the Avatar thing, and some of the previews looked all right, and they go, "Oh, it's coming like 2027." I'm like, don't do that to me. I might not have that time left.
I've had this conversation with some younger people in my life, and I've said it to them like you guys have the luxury of thinking I've had less.
Oh, it's coming in 5 years. I can't wait.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm like, I hit that point. Like I've said to a lot of people, I'm like, look, when I hit 55, maybe I'm
coming in 5 years. I'll be 62. Don't do this to me. It's getting into danger zone. It really is. It's getting into real dicey territory. Please don't announce anything unless it's coming out in the next 6 months, right? Because I can't make plans.
Well, on that note, thank you for listening as always. This is our last podcast for the year, maybe. I don't know if we reconvene tomorrow. I've got to do some cleaning up.
I never know if it will be or not.
It's true. He has a nap and it's all over. But we appreciate everyone for listening. We've made, we've done over 50 of these now, haven't we? We should probably be keeping track of that at some point.
Numbers.
Yeah, who cares? I don't care. I mean, I made 457 episodes of television. I think it's more than that now. I think it's like 470.
Yeah, they quickly do 3-week cringy.
Yeah, I mean, keeps adding on. Yeah, I mean, do I count his ones? Do I get the credit for them?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, that's true. It's like the hacker groups will fight over it. People's frontage you.
Otherwise, you can just be like Don Bradman and just finish just short of the milestone.
True.
Actually, I think you made more TV shows. I think I worked it out once. You made more episodes in New Game Plus than Good Game made.
Oh yeah, that's true. I guarantee that's true because they had 2 seasons a year. We had 4.
Yeah, so you basically you produced and hosted
about 40 episodes a year.
The longest running Australian video game
categorically
broadcast, and that was not YouTube but broadcast on TV. The longest. I worked that out once.
Categorically true. I had to tell people in South Africa like, oh, are you famous somewhere? I'm like, oh, I don't know about famous. Like, oh, you've myself.
At the airport, someone thought you were Aussie man.
Oh, we don't. That's rude. You can bring up my waifu Amelia.
Some lady came up and said, "Are you Aussie man?"
No, that's rude. That's rude. I hate that. I hated that more than anything. Fucking hell! Like the idea that my bogan accent and my swearing isn't earned and it's not a contrived fucking it just makes me so.
I love Aussie man
because you don't have a fucking brain, but that's okay.
You're from Destination F.
On that note, I don't even want to discuss this shit. Let's get out of here. Thank you all for listening. We'll be back with a Game of the Year one, and then we'll hopefully be back next week with a proper one. Have a good and safe new year. Don't get too silly, and should be good fun seeing you in the new year. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.